Human advancement in the computer age brings with it many new problems. As the world in which we live becomes more crowded and more complex, the demands made on us and our environment are becoming greater. Man has shown great ingenuity in overcoming difficulties in the past, but the challenges are getting tougher. Our knowledge of the world increases, but so too does the scope of our responsibilities. Maintaining and improving our environment, our welfare, our security, and our happiness is a task that has to be performed on a worldwide scale by society as a whole. Finding ways of coping with tomorrow is becoming more than just the concern of governments alone. Ever since the invention of the electric lamp well over a century ago, Philips has been helping to meet mankind's needs. For over 80 years, Philips research scientists from a variety of backgrounds have been carrying out pioneering work in many fields. Our patent portfolio now exceeds a phenomenal 50,000 patents worldwide. Employing over 3,000 people at laboratories in 6 different countries, Philips researchers' work extends from the properties of materials right up to advanced system architectures. Here, for instance, scientists are investigating new materials with unimaginable properties to improve the sensitivity of magnetic audio and video recording heads, and to make lasers that emit light of ever shorter wavelengths. We grow alternate layers of different materials, 10,000 times thinner than a human hair, to enable the reading and writing of information on optical discs. We also apply advanced analytical techniques to examine materials right up to the atomic level, exposing individual atom-thick layers. And we synthesize plastics that not only conduct electricity, but even emit light when a voltage is applied. This opens up a whole new range of possibilities. In our clean rooms, we work continuously on improving integrated circuits or silicon chips, making them more energy efficient, their details smaller, and enabling the integration of more and more discrete elements. Research into silicon chip technology is carried out in clean rooms to avoid problems with impurities such as dust particles, which would affect today's smallest chip details of less than half a micron, and those of 0.1 of a micron, which will soon be achieved. Lithographic techniques, as used in IC technology, are also employed in order to make recording heads and networks of passive components. We make use of precision machinery and equipment for producing the miniature motors, bearings, and other fine-tolerance mechanical parts required in our research. Our extensive knowledge in the field of optics is improving the high-precision machinery for producing the details on chips. Smaller details enable more functions to be integrated onto a chip. But as chips become more complex, heat dissipation problems occur. One remedy is to design asynchronous chips, where not every element is activated within each clock cycle. A single one of our dedicated signal processing chips already has as much computing power on board as 100 Pentium chips. Simply astounding. Digitization is enabling us to create entirely new multimedia services. In fact, Philips researchers play an important role in setting the world standards adopted for multimedia applications. Their work on user interfaces is helping to make multimedia digestible for people of all ages. Functionality is being realized increasingly in software instead of hardware, offering designers greater flexibility. Digital technology is allowing us to make advances in speech recognition and speech synthesis, while making human interactivity possible by adapting technology to people. It's increasing flexibility to give more freedom of choice, allowing, for instance, a piece of music to be heard as played by an instrument of your choice. Or enabling a new language to be learned at your own pace and with your own tutor.
Moins de 60 ans.
Amazing.
Voici un modèle.
Garçon de café.
Our work on image sensors is helping progress in many fields, including medicine. Optical and magnetic recording have been key areas of research at Philips for many years, and have led to major inventions such as the compact disc. In the field of display technology, we're exploring such technologies as liquid crystal, cathode ray and plasma, and working to make screens flatter, thinner, and more energy efficient. Audio developments such as incredible sound, an ingenious way of widening the stereo base for sound reproduction, are bringing new dimensions to home entertainment. We develop and build semiconductor lasers, which are vital components in various professional optoelectronic systems, such as communication networks and medical imaging, as well as in consumer systems. Still, research efforts continue into enabling technologies for those fields which are of key importance for mankind's future. We're investigating new medical imaging techniques that employ laser light instead of X-rays to find a safer and faster method of imaging. In today's information-hungry world, networks are taking on a new significance. Information streams equivalent to 1 million mobile telephone conversations can now be transmitted over several hundred kilometers without amplification. Combining our know-how of transmission principles with expertise in optical amplifiers is enabling use to be made of existing fiber networks, saving the laying of new ones and increasing the transmission capacity so that a complete feature film can be transmitted within seconds. An incredible performance. The fields of information technology and new media are developing at a breathtaking pace. A growing stream of new terminology is finding its way into our daily vocabulary.
Virtual reality, edutainment, infotainment, hypermedia, humanware, surrogate travel, human interfacing, gestural interfacing.
But new developments are born through people's actual needs, especially the need to communicate. Now that speed and distance are no longer barriers to us, the accent is shifting toward the quality of communication. The more refined and complete the information we exchange becomes, the better and more successful our communication will be. As the rising population and the growing dependence on motorized transport increase the burden on our environment, so can the development in digital media offer us a lifeline. Philip's research envisages new technologies that engage the human body as well as the human mind. We're convinced that these technologies will not only serve the human senses, but will also serve to extend them. People today are more excited in their demands than ever before. Our senses have become accustomed to a world of diversity. And our expectation is that the new media will also serve our senses. If our senses are not satisfied, we'll be restless in our search for those places where they are better served. The sharpness of our sight, the acuteness of our hearing, the sensitivity of our touch, and who knows what in the future. Perhaps the keenness of our taste and smell must all be fully satisfied. The real and virtual worlds are converging. The quality of life is being improved by the application of new technologies. At the forefront in helping to make tomorrow's world a better place is Philips Research.